puffs and murderous mixology stuff.
And my name is Bob. If this is your first time listening, hi there. Welcome. You found the only comedy true crime podcast with dark humor,
paranormal stuff,
and buckets of laughs.
And morbid stuff.
Yeah, but we're not making fun of crimes. We're just talking shit. And so kick back, have a joint, drink a beer, whatever it is that you do, and just have a little small talk in the background.
Damn, babe. You're my baby.
Yeah.
I can't believe you come up like that on the top of your head. Like, I would really need a lot of time to, like, practice that. And you just come up with it. And you're just...
Are we still rolling right now?
Yeah, you're awesome.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I hope...
I love you.
We're together forever.
I love you so much. That's
so
why
nice
I married you.
Me
Because you're
too.
quick on your feet, babe.
Oh, man.
That's how you wooed me, huh?
No, it was a long story how I
was a
wooed
mistake.
you. Yeah.
It was a mistake.
That was a real one. No, I'm glad that I did. I kind of... And then, no, yeah, it's been great. So, yeah, anyways, you guys come check out our show more often. Please like and subscribe. It means the world. And if you don't, you know, it makes it so it's a lot harder to do the show. So if you guys like the show, please show us some love. Yeah, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your stepdad who used to beat you as a kid. It doesn't matter. Tell everyone, okay? Because this is a good show. I promise you're going to have a lot of fun. Sit back, relax.
And enjoy the show.
Hand on your dick, hand on your clit. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh, gosh.
So what do you got planned for us today, Marissa?
Well, you know what I don't got planned for us today is the freaking drink. You know why, Bob?
Because we're changing the format of our show. Now that we're busy with our lives, we can't just drink and smoke every single day of our lives. We have kids, we have bills, we can't afford it.
Yeah, we can't afford it. That's it.
Oh, yeah. I basically
literally
quit smoking.
yeah.
I condone. I'm fine with people that smoke weed. I think it's cool. I did for years. You know, the only thing is that it's really tough. I think, you know, you can get really stagnant with life. So... but, you know, if you're not really doing anything, definitely smoking weed is the way to go. You know, why are you not smoking weed is, I think what Dave Chappelle or, you know, Cat Williams was saying, someone like that.
Yeah, he said
if you're
going to be a doctor, if you're going to be a lawyer, if you're like, you know, doing something like that, then yeah, I see why you don't. But if you're not, then why? Well, you know what? I'll tell you why I don't smoke weed. Can I tell you why I don't smoke weed?
Yeah, because you turn into a schizophrenic.
Yes, that is exactly why. Like, I wish, and I tried so hard.
You start talking to yourself and you just sit
in a corner
there,
and spiders and just, yeah. And it's just, for me, I feel like I wanted to, especially because of black culture, and I just always, I always wanted to, like, just, you know what I'm saying, just fit in with my people. And but I just literally cannot. It gives me so much anxiety. Like, I feel every single sensation on my body. I end up in a corner like a crazy person, rocking back and forth, and just
it's not really good.
Trapped in my body.
For some, you know, it's not good for some things. Good for other things. You know, you can maybe, in certain senses, be more creative, and other senses not be very creative.
It did open my third eye, though.
Sure.
So when I smoked, babe, I could tell you anything about a person, and I could see their true colors.
Yeah, and I mean, you know,
were the only person I could ever really like smoke with and be chill.
Yeah, and you were really bad at reading people, just, you know, reading character.
As soon as I smoked that joint, baby,
yeah.
As soon as I did, I'm telling you, I knew their true colors from that moment on.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
one time I saw a devil. So one time, like, the person that I was smoking with turned into a devil. The next person, and she was like my best friend.
These are like the types of conversations when you're like a single dude and you hear some lady fucking talking. You're just like, oh, you know. You know what I mean? And you just sit there and you're just like, oh, I just want to bang her, but she won't shut the fuck up.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm sorry. No, that was mean. And what I meant to say is that's really interesting. Go ahead. Tell me.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just see people for their true colors. And so, anywho, that's why I'm a drinker.
Yeah.
And if I was drinking today, I would be drinking a pina colada.
Drinking is great.
But we're broke.
For women, you know, I think, and if you're trying to bang women.
I love
And I think
drinking.
if you're a dude that drinks a lot.
It's good for anxiety.
You have a problem. You know what I mean? Because it's really only used
It's a chick thing.
Yeah, it's like a lubricant. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
it gets them wet. You know, and it makes it easy. You know, it slides right in, basically. And, you know, you obviously have to ask for consent. You don't want to get them too drunk, you know, because that's illegal. Okay? You know, consult your attorney with how drunk you can get them. But, you know, yeah.
How drunk you can get
women, they love to drink, and they love to
it.
fuck when they do drink. Okay, write this down, you know. I'm an old man. I could tell you a lot of things about life, and that's a great lesson. Really, that's lesson number one. Women like to fuck when they're drunk. Okay. Anyway, let's get this podcast going today. I'm sure we're going to talk about, are we doing Reddit reads today?
Yes, we're doing Reddit reads today. And guess what the choice is going to be today, Bob?
Should we tell them what Reddit is if they don't know? I mean, I'm assuming you guys, if you're listening to this podcast somehow, but I honestly think no one listens to this and it's just some aliens in the galaxy and they're just like, yeah, what the fuck is Reddit? You know what I mean? And they're just chilling watching alien
Reddit
TV and they don't have Reddit.
Reddit is the place on Earth. I freaking love Reddit. I consult Reddit with everything. I
That's
search everything
what
on
is it?
Reddit.
What is it?
It's a forum. It's something that you go on and you can find any answer to your question.
So it's really just...
and there's a bunch of different groups
lots
and
of communities, anything you're interested in, if it's chess, if it's porn... If it's,
so funny.
Asian porn, if it's big dildo porn, if it's, there's a lot of different porn communities I've been realizing lately. And then
there's also, I think, a dick porn. A dick site too. There's this one.
Rate My Cock is good.
Is there? I was about to say there was one.
I'm on that one. What I do is I take a picture from a lot of different angles and I see, I'll grow my pubes out, I'll trim my pubes, and I'll submit it. And if they... Usually they don't even know it's me, and depending on the lighting and stuff, they're like, I've never seen that cock before, and sometimes they're like, oh, it looks good, it's like a turtle, and then other times they're like, oh, where's your cock, and that's if I have too much pubes.
And I guess basically. You make different accounts for these ones, or is it the same? Are you one of those people where if I click on your person, I can see all of your different cock pictures, or do you have different accounts so it looks like it's different?
No, you could definitely
see your history,
see a few, but yeah, I have different accounts, and I also I have a butthole account, and just a lot of different
butthole.
Yeah, a lot of believe it or not, chicks on Reddit love seeing your butthole. They'll pay you for it.
Baby, you are
I'm pretty sure they're
gross.
chicks. I'm not sure, but they say they are, and I don't know. So, yeah. But anyway, there's other stuff on there like politics, religion,
there's
watch
anything.
this guy dead on the inside or something.
Die on the inside, yeah, something like that.
Get disciplined. Joe Rogan's a good one. I like
morbid reality.
Yeah,
I recommend that one.
Another one would be, obviously workout tips for cock push-ups, just stuff like that. But there's a lot of great communities there, and these are Reddit reads that are probably dark in nature that you guys will like. We'll read them. We'll do some commentary. So have a drink, relax. Okay, here's Reddit reads, you guys.
Okay, here's Reddit reads, you guys. So this week's topic on Reddit reads is going to be unsolved mysteries. You ready, babe?
Yeah. In fact, I'm ready. You know what I mean? Let me strap in, grab my dick. Okay. And I'm locked and loaded. Let's go. You read first.
Okay, so I'm going to butcher this name. I already know.
Here, let me see it. Just here, I'll look at it and you look at it. Oh, come on, man. Kiki. He's obviously it's some African guy, right?
Oh, I was thinking maybe Indian. I don't know.
That's not Indian.
Okay. Let's see.
Every Indian guy's name is Rajit or Vidit or Anil or you know what I mean.
Okay. They're maybe some African guy. Okay, I don't know, but this is by Responsible Tarot 1759. Okay, and he says there was a man named Tete Gantowski.
We're not going to do that the whole time, but that'll be the only time. From now on, we're going to refer to him as TG.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm going to refer to him as T, okay?
Mr. T.
Okay, so Mr. T.
And I want you to channel the image in your head of that black dude from the 70s in the Rockies movies with all the gold who would say things like, I pity the fool. So, Mr. T.
Okay. So, Mr. T, who was in the hospital for abdominal surgery, so he could barely move. One day, a nurse came in to change the linens, and when she came back inside from being right outside of his room, he had disappeared. He wasn't anywhere in the room. The hospital searched for a week until some men had to perform maintenance on the ceiling. When they opened up the ceiling, they found him inside the ceiling in the fetal position, and he was deceased.
That's like some people.
Have you heard about this before?
Yeah, many times. Their snake will escape in their house. They'll go out. Oh, hey, let's go get some Chick-fil-A, and they'll come back, and it's always some white guy. You don't really see too many black people with snakes. I guess you do, right? But they're the nerdy type. And
I had a snake before, babe.
Yeah, exactly.
I did. What?
And yeah, that's gross, by the way. big turn off. Chicks with snakes, big turn off. So anyway, these white people come home and their snake will just be out of the tank. And they're like, fuck, what do we do?
Yeah.
And then they just look around their house. There's this huge snake that they can't find in their house. And some people never find it because the snake will go behind the fridge. Look this up on the internet.
What happens,
this is a big thing.
Does the snake eat someone or something? Or like
they don't know. Like a lot of times the snake will just go inside the air vents and just live there and sometimes die. Like there's been people who move into a house and then they like are fixing something and a giant dead snake they'll like just stumble upon.
That's crazy.
But yeah, a lot of times a snake will just be alive in there. So that's probably what happened with this dude, right?
Well, so he was found in the ceiling in the fetal position. The autopsy report showed that his death wasn't of natural causes and someone put him in the ceiling. A few months later, a man named Sandile Sabaya was admitted to a different hospital to have his broken femur treated.
That's the American Idol guy, right? Like
no.
Yeah, Sandaya or something, right? He was Sandaya. Yeah, go on.
No.
That guy's Indian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sandaya.
So maybe they are, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just know they're not from...
Yeah.
Well,
Dot or feather?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's
Baby,
fucked. No,
come
I know
on,
you
that's
can't.
racist
I know. That's racist. Yeah, that's fucked.
Okay, so where
probably,
was I?
Probably Dot though, right?
Baby. So anyway, so this guy was admitted to a different hospital with a broken femur. After a few days there, he was about to be transferred to a different hospital, but they looked for him and only found him when a bad smell permeated the hospital. So the staff opened up the ceiling and found him in the exact same position they found the last guy. They said that Sandile also didn't die of natural causes and was placed in the ceiling by something. Ew, I don't like the by something. Should have been like by someone. Anyways. So that's crazy. So you have two dead guys. They both end up in the ceiling in the fetal position. And when the autopsy report comes back, they both did not die of natural causes. So something killed them and put them in the ceiling.
You know, this story
Creepy.
is kind of ringing a bell, and I don't think it's the snakes thing. I don't know what it is, but I think I've heard something about this story before.
I wonder what country this was in, because I wonder what their security is. Because
I'd like to see their airport. It's probably just the same shit, like, you know.
Well, they said the nurse was right outside the door, so I feel like that might not be true, unless someone jumped in through the window.
You know what, though? This could be like one of those jack-off paranormal tales that you like quite a bit.
I fucking
where
love
it's just
those.
like, oh, a ghost put them in there and a ghost aided their face. And then it's just like the Ring Girl, you know what I mean? Come to find out.
No. So I don't know, but that one's creepy, huh? You want to read this one?
Yeah, definitely. And so that's just how it ends?
Yeah, that's just how it ends. Unsolved Mysteries on Reddit.
Did you screen these at all?
What do you mean,
like,
screen them? Yeah.
Like, are these just random?
No, baby. I fucking spent a whole 12-hour shift looking and sifting and finding, and then here we are.
That's embarrassing here. Okay. Larry Bader. Not necessarily creepy, but bizarre for sure. Larry Bader was married with 3 kids. In March 1957, he went fishing on Lake Erie by himself. That sounds fucking nice, by himself. Even though he knew a storm was about to come.
Baby!
What?
You said by himself. Do you want to be alone?
I'd love to, yeah.
Aww.
The next day, they found his crash boat, but Larry himself was nowhere to be seen. No shit, he fucking jumped over. He didn't want to go back home to his wife.
Shut the fuck up, you bitch.
Almost 10 years later, in 1965, he was found by his niece doing an archery demonstration in Nebraska. You know, I think I've heard this one. When he was originally from Ohio. When confronted, he swore he didn't know anyone named Larry Bader. This is going to be fucking me, dude. I'm going to be Larry Bader. When confronted, he swore... This is a perfect story for me. When he confronted, he swore he didn't know anyone named Larry Bader, as he identified as Fritz Johnson. He claimed to have lived in Nebraska all his life, having memories of his child named Fritz.
It's my mom's dog.
Fritz. He also got married and had another kid. Dumb fuck. That's when you know what I mean? Don't get married again, you guys, if it doesn't work out the first time, okay?
And have another kid, baby.
Yeah, don't do that.
You're so dumb.
His niece was convinced Fritz was her uncle, requested he goes to the police and have his fingerprints analyzed. He was, in fact, Larry Bader, but he had no recollection whatsoever of his previous life.
I wonder how his brain thinks of like this fake name to tell himself. Like, let's just say, because I think what happened here in my okay, what do you think happened? Can I tell you what I think happened?
Yeah, man, of course.
So I think that he went out
so sick of his fucking wife and kids.
You fucking bitch.
That he decided to just leave and be someone else. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about yourself, babe?
No, I'm saying no. And this is also a Mr. Ballin story. That's where I got it from.
Oh, Mr.
Yeah,
Ballin.
no, good for him though. In a lot of ways, because he was just like. it just sucks that he got found. He got found one day and he was just like, fuck, who? Oh, and he was trying to avoid his face waiting in line at the grocery store. And he's trying to act. He's like, no, I'm Fritz. I'm Fritz. No, I'm not Larry Bader. That's so funny. No, I'm Fritz.
I could just see your ass doing that. And then can you imagine like someone like making you get tested? Like, no, you are my uncle. I'm pulling you into the thing. You're going to get your fingerprints. I'd be like, you fucking bitch.
That's how you know he probably was just a little wacko because he, if it were me, I'd be like, fuck no, get the fuck out of here.
I know.
Yeah, you better get a warrant.
Yeah.
You bitch.
You fucking
Trust me, I don't know you.
I'm not going back to that fucking whore.
No, I wouldn't say mother. She was a nice lady, but it just didn't work out.
I'm just saying, why did you leave?
Because, dude, sometimes you just have to go. You know what I mean?
It's not you, baby. It's me.
Yeah, exactly. It's not you. It's me, baby. All right. Next story. Next Reddit read, y'all.
Okay, so this one is by Sally Josie Holly. And this one is... okay, so I think I actually did hear this one before, but I'm still going to read it because I feel like it would still be good for Unsolved Mysteries. Because when I heard this one on Mr. Ballin, I still think about this case till this day. So when I read this, I was like, I'm going to read it. So missing person, Bryce Las Pisa.
Las Pisas. That means the floors in Spanish.
Oh, baby. Do you remember that song that you sang to me
before
we were together?
It's a poem.
Yeah.
Those were the days before we were together.
What did you say?
It goes like this. It goes, cuidado, cuidado.
El piso es mojado.
El piso está mojado.
Ah, yeah. Baby.
Careful, careful. The floor is wet.
I know. I thought that was so
was beautiful.
cute.
I really think it's like...
It was
like
cute.
I was like the Mexican Shakespeare.
Do you remember that dance you used to do, too?
No.
Aw.
No.
It was a silly dance. Oh, baby. Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
So missing person Bryce, he walked, while away in college, he started exhibiting some troubling behavior and his parents were worried about him. He said he would drive home from college and that he had a lot he needed to talk about. On the way home, he pulled over like 3 separate times and just sat there for hours. At some point, about halfway home, he ran out of gas and a roadside assistance employee delivered gas to him at 9 a.m. By noon, when he still hadn't arrived home, his mom called the insurance company and was able to contact the roadside assistance employee that helped check on him. He found Bryce in the exact same spot where he had delivered gas to him. He had Bryce call his mom, and Bryce said he would be home at 3 p.m. So at 6 p.m., he still wasn't home, and his parents reported him missing. The police found Bryce 8 miles away from where...
This is another Mr. Ballin story.
I know, that's what I said when I first started. Do you not listen to what I say, baby?
No, it's tough. You know what I mean? You're always yapping.
Oh, my God, babe. Shut the fuck up.
You're always yapping, yap. Oh.
And you don't talk enough. Like, I feel like I have to, like...
You talk so much for everyone. How can anybody get a fucking word in edgewise?
Babe,
you know
I feel like
mean?
I have to, like, ask you. It's like I have to... reach into your throat and pull out your fucking words.
Reach into my soul and pull out my words that you took from me.
Oh my God, babe.
Throughout the course of our relationship, I just had to take so much.
Oh my gosh, baby. Okay.
This kid had red hair, by the way, I think. Not like that's important, but I think he did, just so you guys know.
So at 6 p.m., he was still not home, and his parents reported him missing. The police found Bryce just 8 miles away from where he previously was sitting. He seems fine. They leave him. He's still there. And again, roadside assistance employee checks on him and finds him in the same spot the cops left him
even,
with
followed him for quite a bit after this, and
to make sure that he got home, right?
Yeah, but then the cop was like, he's
good.
I think that's what happened. And then, no, he wasn't. This one's actually really interesting.
Yeah, because I wonder what happened. That's why I said I heard this one on Mr. Ballin, but when I saw this comment, I was like, this is still a good one. Because I still think about this one till this day. I'm like, what happened to him?
Most of the theories here are just that he was experiencing
a mental break.
Some kind of maybe psychosis or something, and then just went missing. Somehow because there are a lot of actually cases that I've heard where people experience something like this and they just stumble away, into the forest or into the wilderness. And vultures, dude, get you, or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's actually not as uncommon as we'd think, where there's just no explanation to why people disappear. In fact, Mr. Ballin does a whole thing about people in national parks disappearing all the time.
Oh, that's creepy. Again, the roadside assistant employee checks on him, finds him in the same spot where the cops left him hours earlier. Anyway, after a lot of that, when he does finally start heading home, he crashes the car off a cliff. It was found he accelerated while descending the hill, so they think he crashed on purpose. Police find the damaged vehicle, no Bryce, and he's never seen again. So that's the end of that one. But like you were saying, so in a nutshell, what happened, the boy is in college. Something's kind of happening with him mentally. He tells his parents that he's going to come home. He's on his way home. He never really makes it home, and he's just kind of standing in the same spot for hours and hours and hours and hours. Police check on him. They're like, he's good. He's on his way home. He never makes it home. And then when he's actually going home, he crashes off a hill on purpose, leaves the car, and is never found again.
Yeah, and did we talk about the part where, like, weeks leading up to this, like, I think his roommate, we did, right?
Because this is just a Reddit.
His roommate had reported, like, a ton of strange behavior, and I think maybe
like
even,
what?
like...
Do you remember?
I think maybe, like, heavy drinking, and then he stopped going to his classes.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah, I think, we're probably leaving a ton out of the story, but that's okay. You guys can investigate and try to figure it out, you know? 'Cause there's a lot to this one, and this is a pretty interesting one.
It definitely is.
He seemed like a pretty good kid too.
Right?
Yeah, normal upbringing, all that kind of stuff. You know,
poor guy. And I wonder how old. Did it say how old he was? Because maybe like schizophrenia and stuff like that starts to happen around.
That's why you have to
that age.
Yeah, I recommend masturbation because if you don't let out the poison, it will take over your fucking brain. You know what I mean? You got to let out the poison,
and then you'll get schizophrenia, babe.
You won't.
You won't get.
Yeah,
you won't get it.
Yeah, and that's. One of my doctor friends told me that.
You make sure you talk into the mic, babe.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear.
We don't have headphones, so we're gonna get some headphones though. I assume I have noise canceling headphones. I'm gonna wear that in this podcast. That'd be great.
So you don't have to hear my voice anymore.
Yeah.
Shut your poor mouth up, babe.
Okay. So should I read one now?
Yes, baby.
Okay.
This is like the only time I get to hear you talk, huh, babe?
Yeah, I mean, just, enjoy it. Okay, so if you guys think I'm being a dick, you don't even know. You guys don't know the history here. Okay, so...
What are you talking about? You're making it sound like I'm a terrible person.
No.
Baby, are we doing this, really?
No.
Because I was about to say, you can be a mean man. You can be a bad man, Bob.
Let's break up.
No, I love you.
No, stop with that.
Love you so much.
Why'd you cheat?
Baby, I did not cheat.
Yeah, you did. You cheated with the whole a whole football team.
Ew.
And they were all brothers. It was one big
Ew.
family.
Ew.
Okay, Hinter Kaifek. An entire family, father, mother, daughter, granddaughter, and grandson, and their new maid. That must be fucking nice to have a maid.
So you can bang her?
No, so she can pick up after you because you're a slop. And their new maid... had arrived that day, was killed on a remote farm, stacked on top of each other in the barn, except for the grandson who was left inside his crib. The maid had previously heard noises from the attic, and the murder was likely in there a while before the murders. The father had seen some strange footprints leading up to the house, but not away from it. The murderer also lived in the house for a few days after the murders and fed and milked the animals. Several people visited the farm in the days following while he was living there, but left without investigating further. Half of the village are suspects, as the murderer likely knew the family. One suspect could be a neighbor, a former fiancé, a lover, a fiancé, or of the daughter and possible the father of the baby. He was accused of being upset over the incestuous relationship between the daughter and her father, which may be his grandson's father.
What?
Yeah, I mean, that's super interesting. I'm going to have to Google this. Hinter Kaifek. So what do you make about that one?
I'm surprised you were able to, that name, is so crazy, because I saw that name and I was like, wow.
It's German, I believe, right?
Oh, shoot. My mom would be so disappointed in me.
1922.
Oh, this was early 1900s? See, the part that to me that kind of gave me the creeps was how everything was stacked on top of each other. So if that was the theory, why stack them all up?
The murders
and why
are
be weird
considered one of the most gruesome and puzzling unsolved crimes in German history.
Oh, wow. This is German. I wonder if my mom knows about this. I wonder why. Why do you think they stacked up the bodies? Is that not weird?
It's very cold. Like, fuck these people type shit.
But why stack them up? Then just leave them there.
Like dominoes,
It's just weird to stack them on top of each other.
No, that's a pretty crazy story for sure.
So this one was just by Maddie on Reddit, and it says Janice Pocket. About 50 years ago, Janice Pocket and 5 other girls and young women went missing in Connecticut, all around the same area. I'm going to focus on Janice, as I know her sister and more about her story. In parentheses, it says the story can also be found on True Crime. 8-year-old Janice Pocket went missing July 26th, 1973. She was last seen in navy blue shorts with a design and blue and white striped jersey. On a bike ride with her mom and her sister, Janice noticed a butterfly. It was dead and in perfect condition. When she got home, she told her mom about the butterfly and asked to go grab it. Her mom agreed, and it was only about half a mile away from their house. Her mother sent her with an envelope and told her to be back quickly. Many assumed she was abducted before she got the butterfly, as the bike and envelope were found. The butterfly wasn't in the envelope. Her mother found her bike about half an hour later when she started to get worried. 50 years later, and the case is still being worked on. A mystery many investigations have been done on. To find out more, Google Janice Pocket or listen to the podcast Paper Ghost. That's a crazy one. The reason why I thought this one stuck out to me was the butterfly thing. I was just like, ugh, the innocence of a child.
I was nodding off there.
Baby, what the hell? How are you nodding off?
Can you sum it up to me in like a sentence?
Yeah. So basically, there was this 8-year-old girl. So okay.
One sentence.
Oh my God. You say I suck at summarizing. Now I'm getting nervous. Okay, so basically in this part in Connecticut, a whole bunch of girls and young women went missing.
Okay.
Then there was this 8-year-old girl named Janice Pocket. She was on a bike ride with her mother one day when she saw a butterfly that was dead on the sidewalk, I guess. They get home. She mentions it to her mom, and she's like, can I go get it? The mom is like, sure, go get it. She sends the daughter to go get it with an envelope and says, put it in the envelope. And then when she returns, she never returns. It was like 30 minutes later, her mom realized something was wrong, and the little girl has never been seen again. They think that she never got the butterfly because the envelope was empty, and her envelope was right by the bicycle, too.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
It is a bummer. Yeah. And then one of the comments below this, I don't have it screenshotted, but one of the comments below it, they were like, do you think that the butterfly was planted there by the abductor? And then someone was like, yeah, because you think that someone placed a butterfly there in perfect condition to lure a little girl and blah, 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 and waited for the girl to go home.
Well, I mean, maybe if knew she would like a butterfly like that because, like, it seems like really good timing.
But no, they saw the butterfly with the mom, and then she went home, and then 30 minutes later, she showed back up.
No, I'm saying it's like good timing. Like someone must have just seen her and snatched her. And
yeah,
just
I know.
Been out cruising.
Exactly. That's more so what happened.
Girl, which I guess actually happened.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
All right, I went soft. So, anyways, should we do one more?
Yeah. So let's see. So you want to do one more? So I have a really, really short one, which I'll just do right now. So it says, for me, it's the map that compares missing person cases in the U.S. spots with extensive underground cave systems found. The overlap is chilling. So have you heard about this one before?
No.
I looked it up and like my stomach dropped. Do you want to see it real quick? I'll post this on our Reddit in case anyone is interested. But let me just show. Yeah. What did I say?
Reddit.
Oh, I'll post this on our Instagram. So at Paranormal Puffs. And if you guys want to email us your spooky stories or any creepy Reddits that you guys get, or just say hi, you can email us at paranormalpuffs@gmail.com. So here is the map. Missing persons and then the cave system. You see how all of the missing persons happen near the cave system? Is that not creepy?
I mean, not so much. No.
Why not so much?
Because that can't be like the only map of missing persons. Like I don't understand what I'm looking at. Like there's missing persons everywhere.
There's a cave system. There's missing. These are all the missing persons.
No, there's not. I guarantee you that's not all the missing persons. You think there are no missing persons in the empty part? Are you really?
Well, I don't know. That's what it just says. That's what it says.
Yeah, that's what it says, but that makes no fucking sense.
So you think someone just made this up?
Yeah. Let me see this.
Oh my God.
So there are no missing persons in Nebraska ever, apparently.
Not ever, but I don't know where
there. That's what it says. There's no caves. There's no missing person. If you go into Louisiana, not a single missing person in Louisiana because there's no caves.
Maybe it's by like the hundreds or the thousands, or like maybe like they don't plot it until it reaches a certain number.
Yeah, well, that's important information. We should know.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying this was just a quick Reddit reads. I didn't do a full-blown research project on it. I just wanted to see the map that the person was talking about, and then when I saw it, I was like, oh my God,
This means nothing.
Well, baby.
I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you, dude.
Okay. So you want to read one more?
Sure.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, but post the map and tell us what you guys think.
Okay, yeah.
And if you really buy that there's never been missing people in Louisiana.
Baby, it's not that. It can't be that.
Especially people that are from Louisiana because they fucking know that place.
But baby, I'm just saying maybe like the key to it, like, you know, the map scale, like where it's, what is it? Like, you know, back in when you're like plotting on the thing and you have to have like a key. Is that what that is? The key where it's like every 100.
We need a key.
A dot doesn't go on the map unless it's like 100,000 cases or something like that. You know? I don't know. I'm just saying. You don't know. So, I feel like, can we do like these two? I feel like these are really good.
No, let's just do both.
No, just pick.
No, it's fine. We can do both. Oakville Jello rain comes to mind. In Oakville, Washington, which is a creepy place by itself, south of Olympia, headed towards the coast, there was a strange weather event in the 1990s where gelatinous rain fell and coated everything in a Jello-like sludge. Weirder still, after handling it or being exposed in any way, dogs licking off fur, people wiping off car windshields, things like that, people and animals started to get sick, and some weird illnesses had landed some people in the hospital. One woman was admitted, and her daughter brought out a sample of the gel and it in the lab and found it to contain 2 kinds of bacteria. Multiple instances of this rain fell in the same few months, with various people falling ill, but it was never confirmed where it came from. There are theories about it being a military test of a bioweapon due to the fact jets were seen flying low and slow overhead in the days leading up to the next rainfall. They thought it could be seeding of the clouds, so next time it rained, a common occurrence near Washington coast, the stuff would fall. Other theories exist too, but either way, it was never explained and it hasn't occurred since or anywhere else. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good theory on what happened there.
Military testing?
Yeah, cloud seeding, like that's a real thing, I think, where they like try to make rain happen and back in the days they used to do like a rain dance. Why can't they just do that? But now, so I think they do cloud seeding. Yeah, that's interesting though. A gel like rain.
Yeah, and then when they tested it, it's like like a weird type of bacteria.
I just picture you like running outside with your mouth open, like,
yep.
This is amazing.
I know. It's so dumb too.
I love Jello rain. Can you believe it?
And it's like green and stuff.
And me being like, no, don't do that. Don't.
I know, it's so dumb too, because like when I first read it, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. Like, what is this coming from the sky? And then when I read that it was like a bacteria, I'm like, oh my God, I would have been dead. Dead like a doorknob. So the last one, I'm not going to read it, but just real quick. So
read it.
No, I'm not going to read it.
Why?
Because I know that it's your time. Bob has a time limit, and when we go past that time limit, I know you start to get irritable.
No, I mean, I'm just irritable anyways, you guys. It's nothing she does. And so, yeah, but this is... You know, the most I hear you talk too, and I think it just gets to me.
Baby.
You know what I mean? It's like daggers.
Oh okay. My God.
I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around.
So basically what happened was this was a story of like a friend of a friend. And what she said was that she had like these kids and she took one of her toddlers out of the car and nothing was around him. When she turned around, the fingers were on the floor and his hand was bloody. There was no dog, no anything, no predator around. His fingers are just on the floor. They took him to the hospital. They were able to like put the fingers back on.
Just read it. Can you read it?
Okay.
Yeah, just read it.
Okay. Why am I doing a bad job?
No, not at all. But I'm kind of curious now. So she turned around. Her kid's fingers were on the floor.
Mm-hmm. So it says, not the creepiest story, but my sister told me about it a few days ago, and I've been thinking about it ever since. I don't have a lot of details. It's a friend's coworker.
This is a perfect story for you. Just like,
it's
sorry,
a friend's
nothing
coworker.
I can confirm. It's a friend of a friend's uncle.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's literally what I said.
No, I know, but I'm just saying these stories. It's like not even like, you know. Someone, it's just, hey, it's that guy's uncle, and he thinks it happened, but it might not have happened, but it turns out it could have. I've been thinking about it.
Okay, baby. I get it, baby. So it says, I don't have a lot of details. It's a friend's coworker. Her 2-year-old was standing next to her on the sidewalk while she unloaded the baby out of the car. She heard a scream and turned around. 2 of her toddler's fingers were off of his hand and on the ground in a pool of blood. They have no idea what happened. There was no blood on the car, no dog around, nothing. Just detached fingers lying on the ground. Our best guess is that he literally just bit them off. I don't know if they checked his mouth for blood or anything, but...
Well, that'd be fucking great. Wouldn't we want to know that?
If he, like, bit off his fingers at 2 years old?
Well, I mean, it's just like, if you're going to say we don't know what happened with his fingers, like, shouldn't we see if he bit them off? You know?
I mean, I guess. And so anyways, they went, it just says additional details about the story. They were able to like sew the fingers back on.
People wonder why I'm so irritable though. They wonder. And it's just like, well, I mean, we're fucking missing huge chunks of information.
Well, baby,
here,
it's a friend of a friend.
Oh, my friend of a friend, his fingers fell off.
So what do you think happened to the fingers?
Well, I mean, we can't rule out that he bit him off, can we?
That's what she's saying. That's her best theory, that they've just
Sounds
bit
like
off the fingers.
Decent theory if you didn't check his mouth to see if there's blood in there.
I don't know.
Mean? Or, I mean, I don't know. Maybe some man came by on bath salts and just was like, "Oh, look at those fingies!"
Just real quick
and then he
ran off like a wolf.
Ran away on all fours, howling at the moon. Was it in Florida? See, like details like that. If it's in Florida, I would like to know, because that'd be
so
like,
funny.
Yeah, that's solved. Case closed.
That's a case of the salts.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, babe.
But I think that's it for this week, you guys. Please tune in next week for some more interesting stories, some more depressed commentary from me.
Oh, baby, you're not depressed.
I feel depressed.
You're not depressed, babe.
I feel depressed.
You're not depressed.
I feel depressed.
Since when did you get depressed? Like, since 5 minutes ago?
No,
you're not depressed.
I'm depressed.
Baby.
No, I am. And, I do my best, just like you guys do, just one foot in front of the other, just all the way up until our last foot, and then that's all we got. You know what I mean?
Why
so just
are you
keep humping along.
baby?
Dude, my life, bro. And but anyways, I don't want to get into it too much. We'll definitely tell you guys more about it next week. Tune in for more paranormal puffs and murderous mixology stuffs. My name is Bob. And your name is Marissa.
Marissa.
Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye.